days are over, amigo.
Greetings, human filth! I'm back with another fucking movie! That's right, welcome to the Ghoul, the Bad, and the Fugly! I am your host with the most STDs and the fattest fucking doobies. I am humongous, fungus of humongous, honorary scumdog of the universe, and probably the worst movie reviewer this side of, the other side of Antarctica, alright? Today we have a very fucking special movie. Oh, it's very rare that you find a buddy cop movie that involves zombies and all kinds of crazy shit like that. You may have guessed we are reviewing Dead Heat. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, this is such a controversial movie though. I mean, IMDb, it gets a 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Turd Tomatoes, it's an 11%, which I find to be disgraceful. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes, and fuck you, Lonnie. Which sign do I want? I don't know which sign I want. Either way, I'll edit this up so it works. Fuck you, Lonnie. That's right. I have to tend to agree more with the popcorn rating. You know, that's a 48% on Rotten Turd Tomatoes, all right? And it's only got 90 reviews, 9 reviews, my bad, on Rotten Tomatoes. And a whole hell of a lot more on the popcorn review, though. That is where the actual good reviews are, because people get it there. The people that rated it, the 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, they're turds, all right? I read their fucking reviews. They're mostly turds, okay? Anyways, Dead Heat came out in 1988. What a good year for buddy cop movies. I'm telling you, the 90s, the late 80s, epic time for buddy cop movies. And this one is no different. I don't care. People want to cry because of a certain actor that's in the movie. We'll get into that in a minute. It stars Treat Williams. He plays Roger Mortis.
Good afternoon. Police Detectives Mortis and Bigelow.
That's definitely a play on Rigor Mortis. That's a play on Rigor Mortis. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Treat Williams looks like Marcy Darcy's next husband, alright? She must have left Jefferson high and dry. Steve is not coming back. She's marrying Treat Williams, although I think he's dead now, but, and she's a lesbian, so that probably wouldn't work out too well, but still, he looks like Marcy Darcy's next husband, you know, don't make me Photoshop him on there. Joe Piscopo is in this movie, that's right, he plays Doug Bigelow, like Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo kind of thing. Anyways, Joe Piscopo is very animated, we'll say, in this movie. All right. It also has Lindsay Frost. She plays Randy James. And Darren McGavin plays Dr. Ernest McNabb. Darren McGavin was in Billy Madison. He helped Arnold Schwarzenegger in Raw Deal. A Christmas Story. Yeah, so many fucking awesome movies. The legendary Vincent Price. Yes, the very talented and very dead Vincent Price plays a dead man. He plays Vincent Price. No, he doesn't play himself. This is not Scooby-Doo and the 13 Ghosts. Now, Vincent Price plays Arthur P. Loudermilk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur P. Loudermilk.
Friends and associates, how nice to see you again.
Kay Luke is in this movie. I know this old guy looks familiar, It's the fucking old man from Gremlins, for Christ's sake. Key look! Kung Fu! He's very famous for being in Kung Fu and Gremlins. The old man in Gremlins. And speaking of awesome Asian actors, Professor Tanaka was the Butcher. Spoiler alert. Yes, the Butcher is surprisingly human, you know. I figured that he'd be like some kind of mega monster or something, but Professor Tanaka, spoiler alert, he dies. And a little known fact, Shane Black was actually a patrolman in this movie. Linnea Quigley is in this movie, ooh la la. The Silver Fox herself, Linnea Quigley. And Dick fucking Miller! Dick fucking Miller! What in the hell is Dick Miller? He's in every movie. He is a motherfucking legend of all legends. God, what movie has Dick Miller not been in other than Debbie Does Dallas? You know? Maybe he wasn't in Debbie Does Dishes, or maybe he was. Maybe he was. I don't know. And little did I know, until I did this review, Gene, I made Steven Seagal shit his pants. LaBelle is in this film. He was like the stunt coordinator or something, but it lists him in there, and I'm guessing either stunt coordinator or maybe at that point, because it was pretty early in his career. Well, not early in his career, but, you know, it was before he made Steven Seagal shit himself. So, if you have not heard that story, maybe I'll sneak that in here.
An unverified story about when Gene LaBelle and Steven Seagal had a...
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah.
That's an absolute true story.
Gene
LaBelle told me that story.
Yeah.
Gene tells you it like this. He doesn't actually tell you the whole story.
What's the story?
Well, you know, Steven was trying to say that no one could choke him out. You can't choke him out. He had this move. This move will stop you from choking out. So, you know, I was like, all right, Steven, let's try it. And I get him in a headlock there. I get him in the rear naked. And he takes this hand, the free hand, and you just karate chops me right in, you know, the old sisters. And there's like, you know, the way Gene LaBelle talks, right. He wouldn't even say his balls. He's like the nicest guy ever. He would say something like, right in the old Johnson, you know? And then, and then I guess he got tired after doing that and he just fell asleep. And I guess maybe he forgot to go to the bathroom. So he went to the bathroom then.
Oh, that's hilarious. Holy shit.
Obviously, Mel Stewart, the captain. I love the captain. Can't say enough good about the captain. Robert Picardo is in this movie. He was in like the Star Trek Next Generation or something like that. He plays like the doctor or something. In this one, he's got like the most unbelievable fucking mustache. It is ridiculous. His cop stash is the real fucking deal. The real deal. Stephen R. Bannister plays The Thing. And I don't mean The Thing, you know, John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, this is a biker thing that's like two faces in one. It's fucking bizarre. I love it. He was actually in an episode of Night Court, believe it or not. Not the Thing. The Thing was not in an episode of Night Court. No, not the Thing. Not the Thing. The special effects were done by Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson coming in with the special effects that made the whole movie that much more epic. I mean, when you got zombies that are like bank robbers and criminals and just a vast array of different things. We'll get into it a little bit. This is going to be a no spoilers, no real spoilers. All right? Even though the movie's from fucking 1988, I don't want to spoil too much because it's a fun fucking movie. I got to admit, it's a really fun movie. I was shocked. I found it on YouTube for free. Once again, YouTube coming in with the good shit. For free. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. A lot of people don't love it, though. A lot of people think Joe Piscopo is a big nope. Nope. They won't watch it. They don't like it. But I think Joe Piscopo is like the ultimate dumbass in the buddy cop situation. You know what I mean? We all know that one guy. I might be that guy that you know, but I'm just saying, we all know that guy. A little over the top, a little goofy, no matter what, always, you know, lighthearted and silly, even in the face of death. quite literally, you know.
I love this job, Roger. I love the power. I love the little badges. I love being a human target for anyone within sniping range of a donut shop.
Why aren't these guys dead? We've hit them about 50 times each.
Maybe they're just flesh wounds.
Will you cover me, please?
They're getting shot at all the fucking time. Stuff's getting blown up everywhere. But a lot of people don't like Joe Piscopo in this. And I have a hypothesis why. It's because you humans suck. Alright? You fucking suck. You go into this expecting it to be a buddy cop movie of like Lethal Weapon proportions. You know what I mean? With like that perfect dynamic of psychotic Riggs and strict but stern and, you know, still cool Murtaugh. And then you got like the Danny DeVito, the Joe Pesci, Danny DeVito. Holy fuck, imagine if it was Danny DeVito in the friggin' Lethal Weapon series instead of Joe Pesci. I'm just saying, Leo Getz would be a whole different character if he was played by Danny DeVito. But no, a lot of people probably went into this thinking it was going to be some serious thing, and they did not quite expect the foolishness and the fun that Joe Piscopo brought to this goddamn movie. I'm telling you right now, it's his little jokes here and there, just the way he operates. He's so good because you got Trent Williams, who's like, you know, Mr. Stiff, Mr. fucking tough guy, and I don't, you know, you just right by the fucking books, except for when he's driving by blasting you with a shotgun in a car that he's not even supposed to be driving.
Can I borrow your car, Lieutenant? Absolutely not!
You know, or when he's like ramming cars into zombies or whatever, you know. But instead, you know, he's a real detective. And then you got Joe Piscopo, who is a fucking goofball. But he's also got some serious moments. He does. A lot of people don't want to give him credit in this movie for the range that he actually has. And I do believe that in the long run, it makes for a more fun movie to have the Eddie Murphy kind of foolishness. And it's almost like there's this battle between the two characters with their dialogue because, you know, Trent just doesn't know how to take this fucking character. You know what I mean? Mr. Mortis himself, Roger Mortis, does not know how to deal with Doug Bigelow because he's just that unserious of a police officer. But he does have his serious moment.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain disgusting.
I'm sure that's necessary.
You can't be too careful.
Serious moments, don't get me wrong. At least in my opinion. Maybe your opinion different. Let me know in the comments section if you've seen this movie, what you think of this movie. And yeah, you know, we'll fucking have a discussion about it because I love it. I love it. The script was written by written by, I don't know who the fuck wrote it because I didn't even fucking put that in there. So we'll just scratch that out of the fucking review. Or we'll just leave it in there because I don't give a shit. We're running it raw tonight. I'm telling you though, Robert Picardo's mustache, that belongs in a museum of the most unrealistic props of all time. And if he actually grew that mustache, then congratulations, sir. You fooled everyone. You fooled everyone. The Uzis, the guns in this movie, unfucking real. Unreal. They go in there with Uzis. That's all they have, it seems, is Uzis.
Come on. You want to be dead? Here's a chance of a lifetime.
And believe you me when I tell you, they're not shooting at them with Uzis. It's the equivalent of a bunch of AK-47s out there. Accurate as all hell. Big assholes and not like little 9mm little pea shooter freaking. And Uzis just spray everywhere like a little kid taking a piss, shaking his little dick, you know? Like, no fucks given. That's an Uzi. You're not gonna sit there and be sniping motherfuckers out with a fucking Uzi. You ain't fooling me. But it's a whole hell of a lot of fun to watch because they just lay down the bullets everywhere.
Y'all wanna play?
I would bring out old Painless, but I'm not sure how YouTube can handle that. So insert the every episode Jamie Kennedy when he is Malibu's most unwanted.
Y'all know who you dealing with? I'm Malibu's most wanted, y'all.
And he's laying down the freaking Uzi fire, alright? And, the best part, I think, I hate to say it like that because it's not actually the best part, but for the buddy cop aspect of it, one of the best things other than the awkward but still very fused personalities of these two men, it is the goddamn police chief. I'm telling you right now, this fucking police chief, I'm gonna pause the footage and put the audio in it because YouTube's gonna try and jank me on this shit most likely. But it is some classic buddy cop ranting fucking chief. You know, like the chief is like, I'm gonna bust you two guys' asses. What the fuck do you think you're doing out there? It's fucking chaos. You know, it's kind of like the National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon one. Fucking, all those movies where you get the lethal weapons, you know, you just get that chief that's like yelling in their face, screaming at them, and it's great. It's great.
Unauthorized use of a city vehicle, reckless endangerment of property and lives, use of a non-regulation firearm.
That was me, not Bigelow, sir.
Disrespectful conduct, flippant and tasteless verbal remarks.
That was me.
And 18 parking tickets so far this month. Need I point out that you guys are already on probation twice, and that this morning's cowboy adventure puts both of you on the endangered species list, and that your badges go into the shitter if you screw up just one more time.
Captain, this man deserves a medal, and I think I deserve one for saving his life.
Look, I couldn't help noticing that in spite of Herzog's whining, you guys did the job he didn't. So, I'm prepared to cut you a little slack.
Thank you, sir.
But it would be nice if you could earn it by nailing the rest of these cash and dash fuckers to the wall with a 12-inch railroad spike.
We're working on that, sir.
Work harder!
And I have to add that after that scene, there is an awesome nun joke from Joe Piscopo. It cracks me the fuck up. The fact that Joe Piscopo slipped in a nun joke in there, I love it. I love it.
Fine man, Captain Mayberry. Make a really good gym teacher.
Let's be glad we're still employed.
Call me Thursday.
Hilarious. Anyways, I highly recommend this movie. Highly recommend it. And I might have a clip from somebody else that recommends this movie too. We'll see. Bring in Rick from Rick's Picks. Let us know what you think about this movie in the comments section. Thank you, Rick.
Hello, Humongous and the Fungal Freaks. So I hear you're doing a review on the movie Dead Heat. This was one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. One of the things I really loved about it was a really campy movie, but it was very self-aware of what it was, and it just seems like they just went with the flow and had fun with the movie. Yeah, it did have some excellent horror graphics in it. You know, a lot of really cool makeup effects, practical effects, and what have you, which also helped make it a great movie. Yeah, the plot wasn't, that spectacular, but it was good for what it was. And it did have two key horror icons of the time. Obviously Vincent Price, everybody knows Vincent Price. Plus it also had Kojak the Night Stalker in it, which was really neat. I used to love that show a lot as well. That was always a fun horror series. And of course, Joe Piscopo. You don't need to say any more there. But overall, those were some of the great factors to it. My favorite scene in the whole movie is the Chinese restaurant. That's probably everybody's favorite scene, where they're chasing down the guys who are made the the machine that reanimates the dead, and the Chinese guy in the restaurant had the machine in the restaurant, so it brought all the chicken to life. And then there's the giant pig. Oh my god, the huge giant pig that attacks them and stuff. Yeah, that was an awesome scene. It was goofy, but it was creepy. It was a really creepy scene, but fun. Like it freaked you out, but you enjoyed it. And I guess that really sums this movie up. It has some real good comical moments, but it has some really, really dark moments as well. So I overall love this movie, and I would highly recommend this to anybody that loves 80s style horror movies, because this would be great for you to see. Thank you for inviting me to give my thoughts on this movie. So until the next one, late.
What can I say? I love this movie. Let's give it the breakdown. It's got zombies. It's got gore. It's got guts. Explosions. Implosions? I don't fucking know. I think it does. Rotten flesh falling off the bone. Car crashes. Resurrection machines. Masterful monologues from Vincent Price. Oh, you can't get much better than that. Hell fucking no. Mutant zombie bikers. It's got badass fucking comedy. I mean, bad comedy, badass comedy. Same fucking difference.
Hey, you're hurt. Lady, I'm fucking dead.
Got the golden buddy cop vibes.
You remember when we were in training? They always told us you can't be a good cop if you're a dead cop. Here's your chance to prove them wrong. You're good, and you're dead.
Got cash and dash robberies.
Think it's our cash and dashboard?
I wouldn't know. Who else would pull a clowny stunt like this, Roger?
How much you figures here?
Too much. Leave it.
The drive-by freaking shotgun blasting, grave robbing, smoking cigarettes. You don't see that in movies nowadays. That's quality right there. It's got a wacky, fun plot with a little bit of seriousness to it. Scenery chewing galore. There is some serious scene chewing action in this movie. You got dead dick punches. You got jacuzzi brawls. Punches to the dead balls, harpooning, over the top fucking humor. Just some of it's just too fucking good to be forgotten. Jump scares here and there, you never know. And really cool cars. All right, they drive around in a badass car. And last but not least, possibly one of my favorite fucking things out of the special effects, the zombie Chinese food. All right, the zombies are great in this movie, don't get me wrong, but the zombie Chinese food, spoiler alert, they've got zombie king duck, they've got freaking zombie pigs, chickens, you name it, fish, everything. It's fucking wild. It's wild. This movie's got it all. It's got it all. All right, this movie's not only Ghoul, it's not only bad, it's not only fugly, it's fucking epic. I highly recommend this. I give it 420 dead zombie Peking ducks reanimated at the Chinese buffet out of 2 buddy cops and 1 angry police chief. Hell yes! Dead heat is awesome. Highly recommend it. I'm telling you. Until next time, human filth, I am your host with the most STDs, the fattest doobies, and the freaking most badass movie review series here on YouTube. The Ghoul, the Bad, and the Fugly. I am Humongous, Fungus of Humongous. Humongous, thank you to all the fungal freaks. Thanks for checking this out. Be sure to like this shit, share this shit, get it the fuck out there into the algorithm, because you know YouTube hates me. Well, at least algorithm-wise, and I know you freaks love me, so I'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Hail the fungal freaks! Give it up for all these motherfuckers right here, all these awesome freaks that help make this show possible, support the freaking projects here in Antarctica. Without all of you, none of this would be possible. So, thank you all, you fucks, and check out this goddamn movie! I'll catch you next time. Stay safe, stay stupid, and if you're gonna get reanimated and become like a part of a buddy cop thing, or even a cash and freaking dash robbery or crime ring, you know? Let me know. I want to check this shit out. So, I'll catch you next time, you fucks.
You ain't seen nothing yet, folks.
Your soul-sucking days are over, amigo.